Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick unboxing of the laser welder, which we bought about a year ago. The name of the company is Pratt. If you want to know about them, then the link is in the description section. Yeah, without wasting any more time, let's unpack this box and show you the box content. So here you can see the dust over this machine, and inside the box we have the machine completely in assembly stage. It comes with some goodies along with it, and over the machine there is an extra feeder wire assembly. So this feeder wire is actually a special kind of a wire. It is lined with graphite tube, and keep it aside, we have the plastic box case. Inside this case we have some goodies, so we will check it later, and down there we have the wire feeder. So now let's remove the box and free the machine. Underneath this machine, I also found MS wire spool. The machine stays in a dusty environment for quite a long time, that's why I need to do some cleaning. Once the machine has been cleaned, let's have a look onto the inside component of this machine. So once we open the door, the top area is the source where the raker source is placed. And underneath that source we have the water chiller. Being a water-cooled machine, there is a chiller come along with this machine, and over the top we have the control system. And if you open this cabinet inside it, you will find all the electronics devices which are completely labeled. And to use the machine first, we need to fill the chiller with the water. So onto the top you will see the inlet, and underneath that connection, you will see the outlet which was installed with the push fitting. And inside that push fitting, there is a drain plug already been assembled. All you need to do is just push the fitting and remove the drain plug out of that fitting and drain the chiller. Once the work has been completed, just fit it back to its position and refill the chamber. The water inlet connection has been equipped with a silicone cap so that it will prevent any water spillage onto the surface. After that, I fill the chiller with DM water, and I make sure that it will reach to its full potential. The cabinet of this machine is equipped with a removable side panel, and all you need to do is just lift it slightly to the upward direction and pull it out. After that, you have an easy access to the chiller box, and along both of the sides we have the accessibility provided. And from this side you can see a wire mesh stuck onto the side wall. And it is similar to air conditioner filters, and just by bend it slightly you can easily remove them out and wash it with water and then plug it back to its position. The next we have the laser gun, and it's already come in pre-assembled condition. And along with this gun we received a couple of nozzles, and those nozzles can be seen in the video also. So all of these nozzles have different purposes. Like if you are welding in a corner, then you need a different type of nozzle compared to the butt weld. Or if you are working on a pipe, then you need some different kind of nozzle. So depending upon the working condition, different types of nozzles need to be used, and also it depends upon the wire diameter. So make sure to grab multiple nozzle if you have a wide variety of work, and take a look onto my new apprentice who always come in the workshop to learn some welding tips and tricks. So now take a look onto the plastic box case. First we have the test report of the raker source, and along with it we have the black pipe, which is particularly used to remove the water from the chiller box. Then we have this multi-pin socket along with some Allen key wrenches, and along with these wrenches we have these pipe clamps, we could say. And the reason for installation these is to prevent the pipe from pinching, and also to maintain the straightness in the optic fiber. Along with this we have the protective lens. I received 5 pieces of these protective lens along with this machine. Then we have the key which we'll use to turn on and off the fiber, along with some wrenches underneath this case. We have the cleaning head assembly later on. We will take a look onto this along with the protective goggle. Then we have the wire feeder, and along with this feeder I also received a pair of connection pipe which connects it directly to the gun so that we can feed the wire to our welded surface. Along with this wire feeder, I received multiple set of pulleys having diameter from 0.8 millimeters to 1.6 millimeters, and this is the second type of connection pipe. And the only difference is that the inside area of this pipe is lined with the graphite tube so that it can resist a higher temperature. The machine comes up with a mild steel wire spool, but since I do mostly stainless steel work, so I have to purchase a separate wire spool. And this is 308 grade stainless, and the diameter is 0.8 millimeters. Then I manually feed the wire through the pulley section so that it will come out from the other end of the machine. After that, I turn on the machine and use the machine wire feeder mechanism to feed the wire throughout the exit where it was connected with the laser gun. The wire feeder comes up with its own controller, and inside this controller you can manually feed the wire. After this, we conducted a small ritual ceremony so that we can start the work with this machine having blessing of God. So this is the machine, which is pretty much ready and all the connection has been made. I already connected it with the organ cylinder, so first of all, we are going to disable the emergency switch along with that. We are turn on the scan head and controller. So once this thing has been pressed, the screen is lighten up. This is the interface of the machine, and on this screen, the icons on to the right side, you can touch these icons. Still, you cannot change the parameter on the left side. The reason is that this red lock turned on at the moment. And to make the changes on the left side, all you need to do is turn off the lock. After that, you can change the parameters on this side, and to turn on the laser, you have to first turn on the laser, and then you have to turn the key clockwise. And only after that, you can see the light coming from the machine. Other than that, in the process menu, there are some already made presets that were set by the company according to the material and its material thickness. In this tab, you can do some customizations. Also, like if you want to make your own presets, then all you need to do is move to the Process tab on the lower left corner and type the number. Like in this case, I am using 15. Once you type the number, all you need to do is click on the Edit button on the screen, and then the menu will pop up. All you have to do is fill up the details of the material you are using. So once it has been done, all you have to do is just click on the Save button, and that preset will be visible on the Process tab. In the Process tab, there are two different presets, one for feeding and another for non-feeding, which means that whether you are using it with the filler wire or not, so both have different settings. If you are not happy with the already saved presets, then you can change some settings in the Setting tab. All you need is the feeding speed, retract speed, wire speed, wire of length, wire feed delay, gas delay, galvo setting. So all of these things lie in the Setting tab, and in the Monitoring tab, you are able to all the system whether it is running or not. So if, for example, if I turn off the scan head, then on this side you are able to see the panel. Galvo is become red and laser cord is also turned off. So now I'm going to turn on and both the settings now appear green. So other than that, on the top left corner, you will see a ray tool icon. And if you click on this icon, a screen will pop up. And onto this screen, you will see 4 different functions onto the right side. First is weld, then cut, seam clean, then remote clean. So if you switch to a particular function, all you need to click on that function and click on the function switch button and press. Okay, the screen menu will pop up, and onto the screen, you can see laser power. Laser frequency and the customization can be done in this particular section. Also similar to the welding section, and all the parameters can be fully customized, depending upon the maximum wattage the machine can go up to. So now, let's jump onto the machine function and show you its capability, starting with the welding. So onto the screen, you will see different types of nozzles along with the wire diameter. So along with this machine, we receive a couple of different nozzles, and depending upon the working condition, like if you are working in a corner or you are doing a butt joint welding, you need to swap the nozzles according to the required condition. Since this is a thin piece of stainless steel, So the power I am using here is around 600 watts, and you can clearly see the weld bead. Weld is actually going to look like you can see the actual quality. So overall, the next feature we have is the scale weld, feature in which the weld bead we get is in the form of time stack, and the difference you can see at the end of the welding. So the scale weld feature is much similar to the pulse welding, which we normally do in the TIG welding machine. And in my first attempt, I kept the machine slightly under power, and that's why I struggle a bit during the welding process. But once I figure that out in my second attempt, I make an extremely beautiful scale weld, which you can see in the video. So the next feature we have is the cutting feature, in which we have to swap the nozzle along with the wire feeder pipe so that it will not restrict the cutting process. So we received a box with a couple of nozzle, and inside the box we have the specific nozzle which was made for the cutting process. Once we swap the nozzle, I set the power to 1500 watts and start the cutting process. So I think some settings need to be made in the cutting parameter, but I wasn't aware too much with those settings. So that's why I'm not able to get a clean cut during the cutting process, but overall said that machine is definitely capable of doing sheet metal cutting. So, during all of these processes, while you are doing the swapping of the nozzle or changing the laser head, make sure to turn off the fiber key so that you are on a safer side and prevent any major accident. So keep these things in your mind while swapping or changing the head. So the next feature we have is Weld Seam Clean feature. So for that particular function, we again need to change the nozzle. And so this is the type of nozzle which we need to mount onto the gun. And to do that, all we need to do is to unwind the back nut and remove the already installed nozzle assembly and swap it with this one and tighten the nut. So once this thing has been done, the machine is ready for Weld Seam Clean function. So after the Weld Seam Clean feature, the next feature we have is a remote cleaning. And in remote cleaning, you can see onto the screen that we have to swap the front assembly completely with the separate cleaning head, and this head is connected with the L-key bolts. And along with that, we also need to change the lenses, which will come along with this kit. So now we have set up all the machine's parameter. And so guys overall said, I am quite happy with this machine. And in my upcoming video, I will definitely post some more in-depth experience regarding this machine, and along with some work we have done. So hopefully if you are going to buy this machine, then definitely this video would be a bit more helpful for you. And if you like this video, then definitely hit the like button. And until then, be safe, have a nice day,